Good morning, children. Welcome to today's class. Dear children, yesterday or in the last class, we are discussing a lesson that the boy who asked more. So this is the story about an orphan who had lost his parents, his mother, when he took his first breath. So his name is Oliver Twist, and he was born in a poor house in 1837 in a winter season. And his birth was attended by a woman who was experienced in this type of work or matters. So his mother, who was a good looking lady, and she was died when Oliver was born. And we can guess that she was walked from far away because her shoes were torn out and she was very tired and she was lying on the road, and nobody knows that where she was coming from and where she was going. When Oliver took birth, he was crying, and he might have cried louder if he knows that he was in a poor house. And the poor house, who was Mr. Bumble, who was the beadle of the town, he was the caretaker of that poor house. And he was a very merciless person. He made the children over there starve, and he ill-treated those children. However, he was there with a kind look, and he didn't get more food, how much he needs. And his friends were those who were there, his companions with him, and they only pursued him in trouble. ಅಂದರೆ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳೇ, ನಾವು ಕಳೆದ ತರಗತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಈ ಒಂದು ದ ಬಾಯ್ ಹೂ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಮೋರ್ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಈ ಪಾಠದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೊಂದು ಕತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಲಿವರ್ ಟ್ವಿಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಬ್ಬ ಹುಡುಗ ಈ ಕಥೆಯ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಪಾತ್ರ. 1837ರಲ್ಲಿ ಅವನು ಜನ್ಮಿಸ್ತಾನೆ. ಅವನ ಜನನದ ನಂತರವೇ ಅವನ ತಾಯಿ ಮರಣವನ್ನು ಹೊಂದ್ತಾಳೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಅವನೊಂದು ಅನಾಥಾಶ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳೀತಾನೆ. ಆ ಅನಾಥಾಶ್ರಮವನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥವನು ಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಬಂಬಲ್ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥವನು ತುಂಬ ಕ್ರೂರ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಮಕ್ಕಳನ್ನ ಹಸುವಿನಿಂದ ಬಳಲುವಂತೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅವನು ತುಂಬ ಕೆಟ್ಟದಾಗಿ ನಡೆಸಿಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಅವನಿಗಿದ್ದಂತಹ ಕೆಲವೇ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಅವನ ಜೊತೆ ಇದ್ದಂತಹ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ ಅವನ ಆ ಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಯಾರು ಆಲಿವರ್ ಟ್ವಿಸ್ಟ್ನ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರಾಗಿದ್ದರು. ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ದ ಲೆಸನ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಗ್ರಾಫ್ ನಂಬರ್ 5. It happened one evening at supper time. The children were fed in a large stone hall with a big metal basin at one end. The master stood by the basin and served each child with a small bowl of watery gruel. Boys generally have excellent appetites. Oliver and his companions were always hungry and never given enough to eat. That evening, one of the bigger boys stated quite clearly that unless he had an extra bowl of gruel, he would most certainly eat the boy who slept next to him. He had a wild and hungry eye, so the smaller boys believed him. A council was held. Oliver Twist was appointed to walk up to the master after supper and to ask for more. The gruel was served out and was quickly swallowed. The boys whispered among themselves and forced Oliver to go. He advanced to the master, bowed in hand and said in a little frightened voice, "Please sir, I want some more." The master was a fat, healthy man, but he turned very pale at this. "What?" he said, as if he could not believe his ears. "Please sir, I want some more." The master aimed a bowl at his head, seized him by his arms and shouted for the bed. Mr. Bumble rushed into the room in great excitement and was filled with horror when he heard of Oliver's cry. "Ask for more," he exclaimed. "I never heard of such a thing. Depend on it. This miserable boy will be hurt." As a punishment for his greed and boldness, Oliver was immediately locked in a room to spend the night alone. Early next morning, a notice was posted on the outside of the gate offering a reward of £5 to any man or woman who would take Oliver Twist off the hands of the poorhouse. So here, Oliver, when we already knows that very little food has been given to those children who are there. So in that poor house, a big boy was there. He was a little bit big than these children, other children. It happened one evening at supper time. So this incident happened in the evening time when it's a time of supper. ರಾತ್ರಿಯ ಊಟದ ವೇಳೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸಂಜೆ ನಡೆದಂತ ಒಂದು ಘಟನೆ. The children were fed into a large stone hall with a big metal basin at one end. So they were always starving. So that's why the children were fed in a large. So ದೊಡ್ಡ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಆ ಒಂದು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದರು ಸ್ಟೋನ್ ಹಾಲ್ ವಿತ್ ಎ ಬಿಗ್ ಮೆಟಲ್ ಬೇಷನ್ ಅಟ್ ಒನ್ end. So there was a big metal ಬೇಷನ್. ಒಂದು ಪಾತ್ರೆ ಇತ್ತು, ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಕಲ್ಲು ಆಸನ ಹಾಕಿದಂತಹ ಕಲ್ಲಿನ ಒಂದು ಹಾಲ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. The master stood by the basin. The master stood by the basin and served each child with a small bowl of watery gruel. So there was a master in the hands of that Bumble. He has appointed a master to take over to take care of those children. So that master was there, stood. It is the first form of stand by the basin and served each with a small bowl of watery gruel. So only the small bowl of watery gruel was being served to those students. So that's why here watery gruel means W-A-T-E-R-Y. Watery gruel. fuel means liquid food. Liquid food. Now in Kannadadalli ganji anta kರೀತೀವಿ. So that's was been served. Liquid food. Boys generally have excellent appetite. So here appetite means, observe the word appetits. Appetits. Appetite means natural craving for food. Natural craving for food. So here they were very much starved, those boys. Oliver and his companions were always hungry and never given enough to eat. So these Oliver and his friends, those small children were there, they were always hungry because they have not given more food to eat. Oliver ಮತ್ತೆ ಅವರ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರು ಏನಿದ್ರು ಅವರು ತುಂಬಾ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಹಸಿವಾಗಿರ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ತಿನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಜಾಸ್ತಿಯನ್ನ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. That evening one of the bigger boys stated quite clearly that was a big boy was there in that group, in that poor house. So he made a statement that evening. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಬ್ಬ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಹುಡುಗ ಇದ್ದ, ಅವನು ಸಂಜೆ ಒಂದು ಹೇಳಿಕೆಯನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಏನಂದ್ರೆ, unless he had an extra bowl of bread. So if he didn't get an extra bowl of bread, ಅವನಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಬೌಲ್ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಗಂಜಿಯನ್ನ ಕೊಡದೇ ಇದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದವನು, he would most certainly eat the boy who slept next to him. ಅವನ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂಥವನು ನಾನು ತಿಂದು ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ. I will eat who was slept next to him ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. He had a wild and hungry eye. So that big boy, he has a wild and hungry eye. ಅವನು ತುಂಬಾ ಒಂದು ರೀತಿಯ ಕ್ರೂರವಾದಂತಹ ಒಂದು ರೀತಿಯಾದ ಹಸಿದ ಕಣ್ಣುಗಳು ಇತ್ತು ಅವನಿಗೆ, ಆ ರೀತಿ ಕಾಣ್ತಿದ್ದ. So the smaller boys believed him. So that's why the boys, other boys, small boys were there. They believed his words. ಅವರೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಇವನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದನ್ನ ನಂಬಿಬಿಟ್ರು. A council was held. So there was a meeting, small meeting. Oliver Twist was appointed to walk up to the master after supper and ask for more. So here in that meeting, all were decided that to send Oliver towards the master to ask for some more. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಲಿವರ್ ಅನ್ನ ಅವ್ರೇನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಆಯ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ನೀನು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋಗಿ ಇನ್ನೂ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಗಂಜಿಯನ್ನ ಕೊಡಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳು ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಅವನನ್ನ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಪ್ಪಿಸಿದ್ರು. Here council means COUNCIL. Council means meeting. Council means meeting. Poor house. Poor house means building. BUILDING. Building where poor people or children maintained at public expense. At public expense. Public expense. So here, poor house means anathashrama. So the Oliver Twist was appointed for to ask the master for extra bowl of gruel. ಇನ್ನೂ ಒಂದು ಬೌಲ್ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಗಂಜಿಯನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ರಿ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ನೀವು ಹೋಗಿ ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ನ ಕೇಳು ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಆಲಿವರ್ ಟ್ವಿಸ್ಟ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. The gruel was served and was quickly swallowed. So all the boys came to that big hall and the master served the bowl in a small bowl, and after within a few seconds all were drank or eat that gruel because they were very hungry. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಒಂದು ಗ್ರುಯಲ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕೊಟ್ಟ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಆದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಕುಡಿದು ಬಿಟ್ರು. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ತುಂಬಾ ಹಸಿಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರು, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಬೇಗನೆ ಕೂಡ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಕುಡಿದು ಬಿಟ್ರು. The boys whispered among themselves and forced Oliver to do. So after eating that gruel, the boys forced Oliver to go and ask for more. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕುಡಿದ ನಂತರ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಅವನನ್ನ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಅವನನ್ನ ಒಂದು ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಳ್ಳಿದ್ರು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ ಹತ್ರ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕೇಳು ಅಂತೇಳಿ. He advanced to the master. So now Oliver came towards the master. Master hatra banda, bowl in hand and said, he had a bowl in his hand. And in a little frightened voice, so in a very low voice, and there is a frightened voice, in a fearful voice, what he told? Please, I want some more. So he requested that master, sir, I need one more bowl gruel. ನನಗೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ಒಂದು ಗ್ರುಯಲು ಗಂಜಿ ಕೊಡಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ. The master was a fat healthy man. That master was there, no? He was very fat and he was a very healthy person. ತುಂಬಾ ಆರೋಗ್ಯವಂತ ದಪ್ಪನೆಯ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದ. But he turned very pale at this. When he heard the voice, when he heard that a boy who is asking more, he turned pale. ಆಶ್ಚರ್ಯ ಆಯಿತು. What? He said as if he could not believe his ears. Because till that nobody has asked for more. Now this day Oliver is asking, so he could not believe his ears. ಅಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಯಾವ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಕೂಡ ಅವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ಬಂದು ಧೈರ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಅಷ್ಟು ಕೇಳಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಆದರೆ ಆಲಿವರ್ ಬಂದು ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಸರ್, ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ಸಮ್ ಮೋರ್. ಮತ್ತೆ ಆಲಿವರು, ಸರ್ ನನ್ನ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕೊಡಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. The master aimed to bow at his head, seized him by his arms. What he did, he aimed a bowl at his head. ಅವನಿಗೆ ಆ ಬಟ್ಟಲಿಂದ ತಲೆಗೆ ಕಟ್ಟಿಬಿಟ್ಟು seized him by his arms. ಅವನನ್ನು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. He holded him and shouted for the beadle. And he called for the beadle. That cruel person was there, no? He called him. Beadle. Mr. Bumble rushed into the room in great excitement. So when Bumble come to know that a boy is asking for more, he came rushly and great excitement. Excitement means. Shall I have this? Okay. Excitement means feeling strongly. feeling strongly. With a strong feeling, the Mr. Bumble rushed towards the hall. Mr. Bumble rushed into the room in great excitement and was filled with horror when he heard of Oliver's crime. So, see how they have been behaving. That asking for more is a crime there. He thought that it is a crime if anybody asks for more. ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಊಟವನ್ನು ಕೇಳ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಒಂದು ಅಪರಾಧ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಅವರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Ask for more, he exclaimed. He was very much surprised. I never heard of such thing. Depend on it, this miserable boy will be hanged. So, till that, nobody had that dareness to ask for more. But this day, this boy has asked for more. So, he decided to hang him. As a punishment for his greed and boldness, Oliver was immediately locked in a room to spend the night alone. So, for this, Oliver was locked in a room, and he was told to tell that to spend a night in that room alone. It's a small boy. ಈ ಅಪರಾಧಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಆಲಿವರನಿಗೆ ಪೂರ್ಣ ಒಂದು ರೂಮಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಇಡೀ ರಾತ್ರಿಯವನ್ನ ಕೂಡಿ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ. Early next morning, a notice was posted on the outside of the gate. So, there was a notice in the next morning on the gate, that is offering a reward of £5 to any man who or woman who should take Oliver Twist of the hands of the poor. So the Mr. Bumble, he decided to send that boy Oliver Twist to out of that poor house. That's why he offered that if anybody wish to take Oliver Twist from this poor house, they will offer for £5. ಆಲಿವರ್ ಟ್ವಿಸ್ಟನ್ನ ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಬಂದು ಅವನನ್ನು ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗೋದಾದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ 5 ಪೌಂಡುಗಳನ್ನು ಬಹುಮಾನ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಒಂದು ನೋಟಿಸನ್ನು ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ ಅಬೌಟ್. ಒನ್ ಮೋರ್ ವರ್ಡ್ ಇಸ್ ದೇರ್, ಮಿಸರಬಲ್. ಮಿಸರಬಲ್, miserable means very unhappy. Very unhappy. Richard, W-R-E-T-C-H. W-R-E-T-C-H. Richard. So, this is all about this lesson, the boy who asked more. Dear students, I will give you some questions for your homework. Okay, take out the homework. How were the children fed in the house? How were the children fed in the house? In the house. So the second question, why was a council held by the boys? Why was a council held by the boys? So third question for homework. What did Oliver ask his master for? What did Oliver asked his master as his master for? So these are the three questions I am giving you for your homework. Okay. I hope you all understood the lesson, understand the lesson well, and read it in your house. And if you have any doubts, send it in your WhatsApp group. Okay. Thank you very much. Let's meet you in the next class. Thank you.